Hello everybody, I am Moldy West, and this is Nier Replicant once again. And we are at the part of the game that I hate the most because of so much reading involved. We are trapped in what is known as the Death Dream, a disease that forces people to sleep forever and they're just trapped in their dreams, and their dreams are nothing but words. They could have easily, made a whole dream world, but nope, let's just type it all out, force the player to read. And we've come to a part where we have to answer some riddles. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Yes, forced indeed. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? The answer is a secret. The answer is a seesaw. I think it would be a secret because seesaw don't make no sense. Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, Krungus sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. Especially when given in a multiple choice format. It's a secret, right? The sound of the insect stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Krungus like a rippling wave, opening a new path. There, these forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Krungus moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest accepted us, huh? Said Krungus after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Krungus picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock stuffed the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? That one's easy. Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it! Krungus grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all, this one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. Nightfall, I'm gone. And that would be sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Krungus, awakening Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Krungus walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open, and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Krungus, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and begun speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Krungus tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing here, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Krungus. Well, at least it's an easy one. 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, 3 at night. You're a man. A man? The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. A gross, wrinkly, old, naked man. You're the mayor, cried Krungus. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry, what's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him as Krungus watched mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Krungus and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it! You actually made it back! His left hand grasped Krungus's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Krungus I can read, I can! Krungus withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream's seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Krungus filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Krungus cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second, this is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Krungus and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten, continued Weiss? It is words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the world tells us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn. He remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear they had awakened from their dream. Krungus shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once, then blinked again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth, stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Krungus and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained. When the prayer was finished, it's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Krungus and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Krungus mentioned a strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left them with. "I once saw a version of you that was not yourself," muttered the mayor. "What in the world does that mean?" Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. "You know," he said softly, "this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too." Krungus tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure this is some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Krungus gave the mayor a nod and smiled, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words, and what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank God I don't have to read anymore. Or do I?
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Yep, and I learned the Dark Execution. Yay!
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yeah, just a hell of a lot of reading.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Yeah. Now, the red X is guiding me away from this place. And I remember there's a few other villagers in here that I could talk to. Or do I absolutely have to talk to them? I think they're just side quests, and in any case, fuck them. I am not reading anymore. I don't remember if the game forces me to go and do the thing with them, or if those are just side quests. I would prefer they just be side quests so that I can blow them off and never have to worry about them ever again. Because god damn, that was a lot of reading.
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Funny you should say that.
Neat. Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Yep, a whole lot of reading. Something that I hope never to do again. Hey look, there's a boar over there. And I've gotten a good deal stronger since I last faced one of them. So let's see if I got what it takes to put one of these bitches down now. Here we go, piggy boy. Show me what you're made of. I will destroy you and your big old piggy ass. Take that. Ha-ha. You can't stop me. And I see Kaine doesn't seem interested in helping me deal with this pig problem. I can defeat you, though. Come on, pig man. Show me what you're made of. Try to hit me. Ow. He hit me, but it wasn't that hard. I will destroy your big swine ass. Booyah, motherfucker. Look who's down. For the count. Slain to death. I murdered the shit out of him. Boar hide. Oh yeah! Feels good to be able to kill monstrous pigs now. Anywho, back to the village! Does that shade there seemed to be steaming? Why was there steam pouring off of its body? Probably because of the sunlight. It's the only thing that makes any sense, because as soon as I noticed as soon as they got back into the shade, they weren't steaming no more. So I guess sunlight does affect them. That's nice how they actually show it rather than just telling. They do mention how the shades are more prevalent when it's overcast. And does it ever turn to night in this game? I don't think it actually does. If it does, I sure as hell haven't seen it. At least not in this playthrough, and I don't quite remember if it does or not in the original Nier that I played years and years ago. Anywho, let's go see what Popola's talking about. You gotta know something, and hear what it is.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
Yes, nor do I, because I'm just a reading hater. That's who I am.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
Nope.
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal?
Nope.
The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things.
Well, alright then.
Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment.
Are shades involved?
If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
As long as it's not another assload of reading, I'm down for it.
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days.
Might have been murdered.
I'm starting to get a little worried. So, maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him?
And there we have
I'll
it.
mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
Alright. Let's go look for a corpse with a red bag on his shoulder. That's where this seems to be heading. Maybe he's still alive. Maybe. But then again, there's a distinct possibility I might find a mangled corpse surrounded by shades. It is not entirely unheard
A
of.
canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Yep.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
I guess that does make sense that it would take some sort of effort to make yourself float around. Shouldn't be that easy, you know. You gotta put something into it. More than just a few thoughts to get yourself hovering above ground several feet. He looks like he's floating about 4 or 5 feet off the ground. It's a decent height. That's about as high as my head is when I'm standing on my 2 feet. I ain't a super tall person, but I ain't short either. About average height. Now let's see about this man with a red bag. Hopefully he ain't dead.
I am starving.
A city of this size must have some manner of eatery nearby.
Yeah, but it's all fish. It's a seaside town. In fact, I think the name of the town is Seaside, or Seafront, or something. Ah, here's a man with a red bag.
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popola sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Hey,
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
you don't know that.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so, are you alright? What happened?
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back.
Oh.
I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
Probably cheating on you.
Wow, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
Alright, then I guess we'll start with them.
Alright.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
Alright then.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about flaunting matching luggage.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault. Oh, God.
What makes you think it's your fault?
Okay, okay. Just stay calm. We'll go look for her, alright? You sit tight.
Alright, let's go look for some bad news. We're gonna
I'm willing
find
to
out.
bet that man knows more about his wife absconding than he's letting on.
He might, and we'll find out in the next episode, because I'm all out of time for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this again in the next one. Bye!